Okay, I think it sounds like you're. I mean, the part we haven't talked about is the unchanging core idea. So yeah, I
Right.
think you're sort of starting to get at that with this description, because when I'm hearing you, you're saying individuality. Yeah, I mean, if we really get to it, yeah, we have this unique thing, but
Yes.
it's not what we think it is, or it's something.
It's not what we beat our chests about.
Ah,
It's not even what we inflate our chests about for you girls. I mean, it just, you know, it just ain't any of that stuff. It's what we actually do in the world. It's not how not how we look. It's not how we dress. It's not our influencer. It's just not being on Facebook. It's not having followers. None of those things. Zip, zero. It has to be about something other than that, right? It has to be about what it is that we do in the world. That's what gives us our individuality. Okay, and so to say that we have an unchanging core of individuality that's the same as everybody else's, how is that individual? Huh?
yeah,
Say what?
it's not. Well, but sometimes people will assert that they have this unchanging core, but what that amounts to is just a list of what they wills and they won'ts. You know that, or you can't make
Well,
these, or
yeah, I don't think that's true.
oh yeah,
I just don't think that's true. I think that that list that you're talking about there has to do with what it is that they're scared to death to do.
why do you think that?
Well, all agreements are actually safe. Now, everybody argues with that one forever in a couple of days, okay? Uh,
Hmm.
uh, that's what they do. Everybody argues and says, well, no, they're not really safe. I choose my agreements. Really? You chose to be a white man, did you? Or a black man? Or an Indian man? Or a Mexican man? I don't think you did.
Okay. What?
But yet, that's part of who you are, isn't it?
Yep.
And so that's sacrosanct and you can't change that? Is that what you're telling me? Well, Karen, nice to meet you. Or Kevin, as the case may be.
Okay. Wait. I got lost here. It seems like that.
Okay, come on. I'll go over it. You got to mark what you got lost on, though. Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. Well, where I got marked, where on one hand you're saying, yeah, you're born, with like a race or culture, and then
You
you're
are.
saying, but then you're skeptical, but you can't change that. Well, and I'm like, well, no, you can't change that. But it isn't. But that
I didn't say meat. I'm sorry. I have a small person here who's talking to me about something, and it's necessary that I attend to her because she's a
okay.
small person. Okay. Okay.
Okay. I can tell that she's small.
Yeah. Her voice comes from way low on the floor. That's how you can tell. Yeah.
And of a certain pitch.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So again,
All right, so you were talking about this thing where you're born a certain race or a certain culture, but then it sounded like you were being skeptical of somebody saying, "But I can't change that."
skeptical. I'm calling bullshit.
Okay, well,
I don't think that's true at all. I think you can change that anytime you want to. All right, look. I mean, here's the thing. You know, I am a wonderful example of taking the boy out of the country, but not the country out of the boy. Okay, I exemplify that as a personal favor to the universe. Okay,
okay,
and
yeah,
I have absolutely no choices in some of it, and other parts I do. Now, the thing is that I've mitigated a whole bunch of that country boy crap. That doesn't mean I don't go pick it up and use it to shall we say, muddy waters. Okay, I'll use that to even piss people off and so forth, because it's fun to kind of do that, because I can bet that they think that they're an unchanging, they have this unchanging core of individuality, that they are a white man or a Karen or a black woman or a privileged person who has earned respect by God. I have enough money that you will respect me. No, I won't. No, you don't have that kind of money. You're not ever going to have that kind of money, because you're not a respectable person. How dare you say that? It's pretty easy. You're not a respectable person. If you were respectable, I wouldn't be saying that. It's pretty easy. Now, I don't believe that that person can't be the way anything but where they are. I understand that they are that way. I understand that their program is that way. I understand that they think that they're locked into that way. I got all that. It's okay. I don't mind about any of that being true. But do I believe it's true for them? No, fuck no. I don't believe that's true. I know better than that. I wasn't born yesterday. That just ain't fucking true. Sorry, but it ain't.
Okay, yeah.
Fucking true is a French iteration of it ain't really true much. Go ahead.
Okay, well, yeah, I can recall some conversations between you and I where I got on my high horse growing up in a liberal college town, thinking I knew how the world was supposed to be, and that if you didn't agree with me, it was offending my sense of justice and rightness and all that, and you kind of threw a monkey wrench, because you made it real clear, like, well, that's great, but I don't care. And that isn't necessarily what you think it is, and all that. It's basically all your actions made me look at that and go, oh, it's not written into the universe, and it's not, the only thing that I can and be and want.
Yes, it is. Be quiet, please. Yes, it is. It is written there. I'm duh. Okay, go ahead. I'll be good.
But yeah, it happens that sometimes when people are what they bring in thinking I know how this is, how the world, and then it gets questioned, that how dare you question me, quote
Right.
unquote, this me, or that I'm betraying myself.
Excuse me just a second. What is the trigger? What's the threat there?
I think it's that there's not a quote respect for or going along with their view of the world, or their sense of who they are, or
their unchanging core of individuality. That I'm saying, well, if that's there, then how come there's these two different things that are going on here that seem to be in conflict?